Hello everybody, Tiger727 back with another video. Before I get into my mail day content here, I just want to give a big thank you to the Card Closet. He shouted out to my channel on a video earlier today, and I've had a few other subscribers because of it. I had a few more comments, a few more subs the last few days, so that's pretty neat. I'm trying to build this channel as every one of us are. But so far, it's been a lot of fun. I've been doing this about a month, getting more used to it, and I'm enjoying it so far. So, we'll get into the content here. You see some few things in the background there. We'll talk about those here shortly. But some other stuff I wanted to touch on. I'd mentioned in a previous video that one of my new goals or objectives is to get the Donruss Diamond King sets. So I recently picked up I believe this is the 88 set. 87 actually. So I'll bring this around here. Just a quick show you. I've already put it in pages. You got McGuire, Tim Raines, Ron Darling, Danny Tartable, Trammell, Molitor, Andre Dawson. I think I mentioned in my last video when I showed these sets off is if you're looking for something relatively cheap and to have some Hall of Fame players, this, especially for a new collector, I think this is the way to go. Dick Perez, artist, he's the artist that drew all these, and there's just some big names in here. I'm not going to read them all. Most people, you can see the names yourself. My favorite on here, player-wise, was Andy Van Slyke. I was a huge Van Slyke fan, even back in his Cardinal days. And obviously went to Pittsburgh, and then he was kind of a journeyman for a little bit, and then he ended up being the first base coach for a few years for the Tigers. So that was pretty cool back in the Jim Leyland days. See here you got Will Clark, Billy Hatcher, just to name a few, and obviously Ripken at the bottom. I've been a Ripken fan for years. I PC Ripken, so it's always nice to have another Ripken in the collection. Topps Living, I mentioned those. One of my favorite players ever since he was a rookie, Gary Sheffield. I remember when he got traded to the Marlins and ended up winning the '97 World Series there with them. So that was exciting, being a Sheffield fan and watching the Marlins win the World Series that year against Cleveland, I believe it was. So, something I found on eBay the other day. I can't prove its authenticity, but to pay, and it's kind of hard to see, but to pay a couple dollars for this, my intent is to maybe TTM it to Mr. LaRussa. He can't, it's not focusing very well, so I apologize for that. See if I move it closer, see if that'll help. No. But it is autographed by Jim Leyland. It's hard to see here off on the right, as he autographed it in the dark part there with a black Sharpie. But my intent is to TTM this to LaRussa, and hopefully he'll sign it, and then I'll send it to PSA just to have it graded and be part of my collection. Became a big Leyland fan in his Pittsburgh days and his Florida days, and I was super excited when he came to Detroit to manage for all the years that he did there, and did pretty well. I know a lot of people don't seem to think so, but obviously brought him to 2 World Series that unfortunately we never won. But it was nice to have him as part of the Tigers. And in the background, I believe this is the only Topps Tiffany card that I own, and I recently just bought it. Sorry for the reflection there. Let's see if I can dim this light here a little bit. There we go. See if that helps. The 86 Topps Tiffany Dale Berra, and this is his last card. And if you watch my previous videos, you'll see that one of my goals or collection things that I like to do is to collect the player's last player card. If I did my research correctly, I believe this is his last player card. Now you might wonder, why in the world would I have picked up a Dale Berra card other than the fact that he's Yogi's son? Well, last summer for my birthday, I was given a book. It's called My Dad Yogi. I'll show it here just shortly here. It's the book right there. And it's by Dale Berra. And with all the free time people have, or if you're interested in reading, this is a very good book. Very easy read. I really enjoyed it. A lot of history of baseball. Dale talks about his struggles with drug abuse, and when he was traded to Pittsburgh, and so on and so forth. Or I think he started his career in Pittsburgh. Actually, my fault. He started his career in Pittsburgh, but very good book, very interesting, and I highly recommend it. And when I saw this card on eBay, I was debating if I should go with the Tiffany or just the base tops. There we go with focusing issues again. And so I decided to go with the Tiffany. From my understanding, these are numbered out of 5,000. So I like numbered cards. It doesn't say it's numbered out of 5,000 on the back or anything like that, but I just like numbered cards, and I think Tiffany was numbered to 5,000. If I'm wrong on that, feel free to correct me in the comments. Another last player card here, Willie Stargell, 82 tops, near mint to mint 8. You can't do much worse than that, or much better than that, excuse me. Happy to have as part of my last card collection, which I just started, so I only have a couple of them, and so pretty excited to have this part, as you know. And this was pretty cheap. I think I paid $7 for it on eBay, so you can get stuff pretty cheap. And the reason I decided to go to the last card option versus rookie card, pretty much self-explanatory. Rookie cards are very pricey, and I don't have the funds to do that, so I figured might as well go with the last card. Kind of neat. And again, if you watch my previous videos, you'll know that my goal is to get all the graded 68 Tigers team set. This is my 68 John Hiller, near mint 7. Not a whole too much concerned again about the grading. I'd prefer 5 or better, but again, funds are an issue. So I got another 1 or 2 68s coming in the mail right now, actually, that I just picked up. So excited to have this. Hiller actually doesn't live too far from me, actually, where I currently live. So excited to have this as part of the collection, and we'll add it to the stack and go from there. So hopefully everybody's having a good day. Please like and subscribe, and if you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask. Have a good day.